Hi, hello Flosstube. It's me, Sarah. My channel name is Handmade by Sarah W. And I am here with Flosstube number 47. How are you? I'm so glad that you came back to spend a little time with me and talk about cross stitch, my favorite thing to talk about. So I've had a pretty productive couple of weeks as far as cross stitching is concerned, and I have a lot to show. So I do have one fully finished thing. So I'm gonna start with that. I have a new start, and then I have 7 whips to show. So I've been a little busy with the whips, and I'm just excited to show you everything I've been working on. So welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are brand new. And if you are, I hope you see something you like and you consider subscribing to my channel. It would mean a lot to me. Thank you so much. And let's get right into the stitching. So the first thing I have to show is a fully finished item or object, FFO. I started this just about a year ago, and this pattern is called French Flea Market Biscornu by Heartstring Samplery. I started this about a year ago, like I said, April last year, and I really loved it, and so it was one that I was kind of keeping as a whip because I was really enjoying it that much. And so I would just work on it a little bit and put it away for a while, and work on it a little bit and put it away. And I ended up pulling it out and just getting a finish. So here is my finished Biscornu. So with a Biscornu, if you're not familiar, what you do, and I'll insert a picture of what it looks like before you put it together. You stitch 2 squares. They're the exact same size. And then you hand stitch them together. You put the corner of one square to the middle of the other square, and you start stitching, and it makes this really cool design, this shape. This Biscornu shape. And then you take a button, so there's a button on this side but not on this side, and you kind of pinch it in the middle and secure that button there so that it gets that, there you can really see the shape, kind of like a little bowl. So this is the bottom and this is the top. So I used everything called for, fabric floss everything. It was an 18 count Seraphim Fabrics in the color Prairie Grass, and then I used all of the Weeks Dye Works colors. I really love blue, and so this was just perfect for me. I love it so much. I've got another blue project coming up soon, so stay tuned for that. Probably next time I'll be showing it. So that's my finish, and I have a new start that I'll show. And I also wanted to show, you know, I'm a big believer in keeping scraps of my cross stitch projects, and I also really push the limits when it comes to the boundaries or the borders. I really don't mind them being pretty tight because I always kind of have the finish in mind. A lot of times for like a sampler, I will choose my fabric based on what the finish size is going to be. I'm normally always on either an 18 or a 20 count. I stitch all on Aida, but you know, I frame everything myself. So I will look at the dimensions and then see, well, can I get a frame to fit either one of those pretty good? And then I'll make my decision on the fabric and start stitching. So anyway, I keep all my scraps, and I know for something this size, you know, might not be worth saving. I had cut this off of a bigger piece, you know, for a sampler, and I kept it, and I just folded it up and put it in with my fabrics. And when I went to start this project, I pulled this out and I was like, this is perfect for this project. So the chart I'm talking about is Maggie May. She's an animal cracker from Stacy Nash. And really on this fabric, I'm gonna be able to do probably 2 or 3 of them on this scrap. So I'm pretty excited about that. Sorry, let me get this flattened out here. So I'm doing this on an 18 count Seraphim in the color Old Stationery. And this is how far I've gotten on Miss Maggie May. She's my first animal cracker to do. I really do like this fabric. But yeah, she's so cute. So I am changing the colors up a little bit. I am using a light blue variegated floss for her dress and a light pink for her sweater. And let's see, I want to say the blue, I don't have it up here with me, is Liberty by, I think it is Gentle Arts. And then the sweater is Sanguine by Weeks. That was already in the chart, that color was. Like for her ears and her cheek. And so I'm just changing the sweater to that color. So cute. So yeah, and this is folded. So like I'll be able to get several animal crackers on this one scrap. So I was pretty proud of that. I don't think she's gonna take very long. I was kind of trying to set myself up for a little dress fill in there. I'm also gonna change the little flowers in the dress to be pink. Okay, let's get into the whips. All right, the first one I'm going to show is by, well, this is also by Stacy Nash. And this is called Rose Hill Farms. This was a new market release, and it's just stunning. I could not wait to get started with it. And I am stitching. Oh, and I didn't even mention that my friend Emily and I are both stitching on Maggie May together. Hers is looking so cute too. It's really fun to stitch things, you know, along with your friends, because we are constantly like sending pictures and just like sharing our progress and talking about it. It's just so fun to me. Speaking of some of my stitchy friends, if you can see my shirt, it says most likely to color complete. And so some of my friends and I got these shirts together, like we all planned and ordered them together, and we all have a different saying. So mine says color complete because I'm famous for that. And several of my friends got the cutest shirts, and they're at most of them, all but one. There's 2 of us that are not at a retreat this weekend together. So they were all gonna wear theirs, and me and Michelle E. Quilts, we were not at the retreat, so we were gonna wear ours in spirit. And so we kind of all got to wear them together today. So anyway, moving on to Rose Hill Farm Sampler. And I am stitching this with my friend Michelle that I just mentioned, and also Sarah. She is Sarah's Stitchery here on YouTube and Stitchy Sarah Reads on Instagram. And she and I stitch a lot of things together. So in fact, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 of the things I'm going to show we have stitched together in the past 2 weeks. So that's been really fun. So this is my progress, and I am stitching this one on a 20 count parchment by Fiber on a Whim. And I'm using some DMC and then some of the called for fancy floss on this. So I was real happy that my border met up, and this has been pretty fun to work on. Like I had to make myself put it down and work on something else. I could probably just keep going and going on this. I really love it. All right, next up is, you know, normally I'm pretty much an in-season stitcher, but I have been stitching something fall. So my friend Allie and I started this, let's see, not a year ago, 2 years ago this fall. Well, maybe we started in the summer. I really can't remember when we started it, but we started it like maybe a little before or around fall of 23, I think. My sister had gotten me this chart. This is Olga's Stocking by Plum House. And I had always just, every fall, when people start showing their finishes of this, and it's fully finished and it's hanging up and displayed in their home, I'm just like, I have to have it. I want that so bad. So anyway, we said this was the year. This fall, we will have this thing displayed in our home. So we started working on it, and we were kind of about at the same spot, maybe when we pulled it back out. She's already finished hers. It looks amazing. And here's my progress. So I have finished, I think there's 8 pages, if I'm not mistaken, and I have finished 4. So like that whole top, I got done. Basically, I'm like from here down is where I'm at. So I got this pumpkin done. I've got this pumpkin to do, and then I think there's 2 more. Let me look at the chart. Yes, so there's 3 more that I need to finish. This one, and this one. So, or wait, am I going the wrong, over here? This one. So anyway, yeah, this is my progress so far. I'm using all of the Call for DMC, and I am stitching it on an 18 count. Where's my notes? It's a fiber on a whim in the color Sand. Now, there is a blue acorn on here, and it seems like I knew why. See, it's right here. Does anybody know why there's one blue acorn? Please let me know. Or is it just like, hey, this is cute, we're gonna put this in, and we're not, there's no reason. I really can't remember. It seems like at one point I knew the answer to that, but I have forgotten it. So if you know, let me know. But I love it. I love fall so much. It really makes me happy. And so I have been loving having a little fall to stitch. Did you watch my finish parade a couple videos back? I finished 30, like fully finished 30 things. So many of them were fall. So it is my favorite. All right, what do we have next? Okay, this one I am stitching with Sarah. And this, let's see, it was a birthday gift from me to her, and we are stitching it together. This pattern is called Birds of a Feather Needlebook. And you actually stitch 4 different pieces. There's a front, a back, and then the inside 2 pieces. So I am working on the outside front. And here's my progress so far. I'm stitching this with all the called for fancy floss. I think they're all weeks. And I am stitching this on an 18 count platinum Zweigart. So pretty. We're actually using the same floss and fabric, and it's going to be a lovely little finish. Okay, next up, another one. We had started this together Easter of last year, so we're coming up on a year. And this is Serenity by Teresa Kogut. It's such a big project. Oh, it's so big. So what we've been really doing on this one is setting small goals for ourselves and both working on the same goals together. So, you know, like we said, all right, let's do the house. And then whoever got finished with the house first stopped at that point, waited for the other one, and then we pick it up periodically and then just make little goals each time. And so this time our goal was this, all of this right here. I was a little bit concerned when we first started stitching this that the white in the flowers wouldn't show up good enough on my fabric. But what really drew me to this pattern, I really love those white flowers. So I was really kind of stressing about it, but I think it looks lovely. I think that they show up just fine. and that you can really see it. Oh, it's so pretty. So I'm stitching, it's so big, it's hard to even get it all in the screen. So this is being stitched on an 18 count fiber on a whim in the color Latte, one of my favorite colors. It just looks good for everything, I swear. But anyway, I love this. It's, I don't know when we're gonna finish it, but this is a year in, and there you see how far we've gotten. But we are, we have a hashtag. Really, anything that we're stitching, if you want to join in with us, you can always use the hashtag Stitching with the Sarahs. It's so fun. But for this one, we created a hashtag called Serenity with the Sarahs. And on this one, I am using all of the called for floss. And so it's a combination of DMC, Weeks, and Classic Colorworks. It's a really, really pretty palette. So pretty. Okay, 3 more. All right, I've got Happy Hearts. I just realized I haven't even been showing my project bags, and that's part of the fun, isn't it? So let me quickly show you. Rose Hill Farms is in this keeper from Tiger Lily. My, what's it called? Olga's stocking is in this patchwork pumpkin bag that I made. And the needle book, Birds of a Feather, is in a bag that Sarah got me. Love this. I love that. And Serenity is in a bag that I made for Sarah and I. Love it. I thought the colors really matched that. Now, we're back up to where I'm at. This is in a beautiful bag made by Painted Leaf Co. And it has all these beautiful watercolor hearts. So I thought Happy Hearts was the perfect project to put in here. Happy Hearts by Birds of a Feather. And this is the reimagined one. So it's a little bit different than the original, but it's the one from Colorado Cross Stitcher. Sarah and I started this together on Valentine's Day. Had a little galentine's start. And here is mine. So I started in the middle. So it's not truly color completing because I haven't color completed the red. But here's what I did. I went in the middle and I started with the blue color, and I did color completed all of that for the whole chart. Then I went in with the red lines. I still have more of the red to do in the chart, but then I switched over to black, and I've been color completing the black, and all I have left to do is to finish out the numbers here in the bottom, and then I'll be done with all of the black, and I can then start going in with more of the colors, and I'll just color complete from there. So here's my progress. I am stitching this on an 18 count fiber on a whim in the color Milk and Honey, another favorite. I love that color so much. I really like fiber on a whim, if you can't tell. I think almost everything. Well, I did show some Seraphim, but I have shown Parchment, Sand, Latte, Milk and Honey, and I'm gonna show a Cream and Sugar. So that's a lot of fiber on a whims for one video. But I love it. Sarah and I are stitching this together and putting in some personalizations that are specific to us and our families, and you know, dates and initials and things. So super fun. And then 2 more. So this is a bag that is from Barefoot Needle Art, and my friend Paula got this for me for my birthday, and I loved it. I opened it on my birthday, and I said, I'm putting my birthday start in this bag. So that's what I did. And my birthday start is Ann Hughes by Quaint Rose Needle Arts. And I have been giving this one some love. This is another one that I love so much that I don't want it to not be a whip anymore. However, I mean, you know, my birthday will be here before I know it, and I like to finish my birthday start before my next birthday. So I just thought, you know what, it can't be a whip forever. I'm really going to enjoy seeing it on the wall. So I might as well, you know, not have it be a whip forever. But I really didn't speed through it, which was my goal. You know, I wanted to keep it around for a little while. I mean, I'm not like super close to finishing it. Like, I feel like I'm making it sound, but here's my progress. So I have finished everything like from here up. All of that's done. And then for the house, you know, I'm set up for fill in now. And then, yeah, so I feel like I'm in a good spot to get it done relatively soon. I mean, definitely before my birthday. I am using all of the called for colors on this. They're so pretty. And I just really love this chart. Couple of things. So Megan, the Seattle Stitcher, finished hers and it's beautiful. Just today, my friend Diane Sutton, you got to go look at her Instagram because she won a first place award for hers. I am so happy for you, Diane. It's gorgeous. And your stitching is beautiful. So you definitely deserve that award. So, oh, I don't think I said what fabric I'm using on this. I am using another Seraphim. This is also in the color Old Stationery, which is what I'm stitching Maggie May on. This is probably the same piece that I cut that strip off and I had as a scrap, and it's now for animal crackers. So it's so pretty. The colors are just stunning. Oh my gosh, the pinks and blues, my favorite. I love it. So pretty. So thank you everyone who is stitching along with me on this for my birthday start. It's so fun to see people join in. I just love it. Okay, one more whip. And this one, Sarah and I, and of course she's stitching that with me too. But this one, okay, and this is in a keeper, also from Tiger Lily. I love these colors. These colors are perfect for what's inside. So this is Tom's Foolery by Hands Across the Sea. I'm using all of the DMC on this, and shocker, another fiber on a whim. And this is an 18 count cream and sugar. And this is another one where Sarah and I are keeping up with each other. We're making small goals. We're accomplishing them, and then we're putting it away for a little while. We started this on April Fool's Day last year because it's called Tom's Foolery, and we have the hashtag Foolery on Fools. So on April Fool's this year, we pulled it back out and made a new goal. It was a pretty big one, and we accomplished it. So here's my progress. So what we really worked on was like, let me get a little pointer. The lady, the guy in the jammies, and like all the stuff that's kind of around them that we didn't previously have done. So we got a lot done. I'll give you a close-up of it. There's a lot going on in this chart. So, so cute. I love it. I just love the colors. I remember the first time that I saw this and I just was like, what is that? I have to stitch it. I love it so much. And what's funny is, so one day Sarah and I were talking and I said, there's something that I've been wanting to stitch for a long time and I think I'm gonna get it and kit it up. And she's like, well, what is it? And I told her, she said, I've got it kitted up. I'm like, well, let's do it. So I bought the PDF and we got going. I love a good PDF, and Hands Across the Sea does a good PDF. Like, I really appreciate when there's like the whole chart is on one page, because I stitch off my iPad And that is just so convenient to me to not have to switch pages or anything. So I really like that about their PDFs. And it's just like instant. You can just, oftentimes I will go look for a PDF first because sometimes I'm just like, you know what, I want to start it right now, today. Other things you have to order and wait, and that's okay too. But sometimes you just want a good old PDF. Okay, so I think that's all I have to show you today, and I will get back with you in 2 weeks, and Sarah and I still plan to show a video together. A lot of the things that I showed here that we worked on together will be showing in that video, but the awesome thing to me about watching our joint video is to see both of our projects side by side. I'm an Ada stitcher. She is a linen stitcher. So many times we will be stitching with the same colors, same floss and everything, or the same fabric color, I mean, but because hers is on linen and mine's on Ada, when we hold them up side by side, they look so different. Even so much so that one time we were holding something up, I think it was Hughes, my birthday start, and the fabrics look so different, even though it's the same dyer, same everything. I said, oh, we're not using the same color on this, right? And she was like, yeah, we are. Isn't that funny how the dye takes the different fabrics differently? It's so interesting. But anyway, it was good to catch up with you. I love to talk cross stitch. So thanks for sticking around, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in a couple weeks.